Hello everyone and welcome to part 6 of my unoriginal series. It's been a while since the last part. That's because I haven't found the motivation or enough opinions. But since the new year has started, I decided to continue the series. I should probably mention that some of these aren't necessarily opinions, but rather topic discussions. I forgot to say that in my other videos and people were saying how some of them weren't even opinions, which is true. Anyway, let's get on with the video. First of all, let's start this unpopular opinion video with an opinion, or sort of one. This has been a huge topic within the K-pop community. That topic is X1. If you've watched some of my other videos, if you haven't, go watch them after this. I'm a huge X1 and produce X101 stan. You don't know how crushed I felt to hear about their disbandment. Ateez had their comeback the same day, and I couldn't be happy because of the announcement about X1. It literally brought my mood down the whole day. But even though it's X1's fandom, maybe upset, maybe it's best for them. That's obviously why they broke up. It'd be so they wouldn't have to go through this mess anymore. I can't imagine how hard this whole thing is on them. It just made me so upset that they had to do it for a reason that wasn't even their fault. Although the whole voting situation was utterly wrong, it doesn't mean that the X1 members didn't work at all. They worked just as hard as the other trainees. Of course I feel bad for the other Produce X101 trainees who basically wasted their time, but to be honest, they're probably in a better situation. A lot of them are going on with their careers without a whole controversy in their way. Anyway, I was really looking forward to seeing what X1 had in store, since they had previously released the statement that they were going to continue their activities. I was also looking forward to seeing them all the way until 2024 when they disbanded. Who knew it would be this soon? I'll miss them. As I've mentioned before in my previous videos, the Rookie of the Year award has been so hard for me to decide who I prefer. For this section, I'm going to focus on Ateez. Ateez is jammed packed full with overflowing talent. It's extremely easy to forget that they are just rookies. Everything from their stage presence to their personalities are flawless. I can't name one bad song. I've seen and heard many things about people saying that Ateez are underrated. But now, it's obvious that Ateez have grown a lot as a group. They've earned their popularity. You don't know how happy I was to see the Mama line up. Onius, Wavy, TXT, BTS, and Ateez. I'm a boy group stan. In all honesty, I think that Ateez had the best stage/performance. Their rendition of Blood, Sweat and Tears really caught my attention. They covered it perfectly, but with their own unique style. I'd do anything for a full cover of Blood, Sweat and Tears. If they had more time, they could've really blown the stage up as well as people's minds. The only thing I don't like about them is Yeosang's lack of lines. But come on. That will always be a thing in K-pop. They literally sprouted out of nowhere. Ateez are legends, and I'm excited to see where they'll be in a few years. Oh my gosh, was 2019 a year for Stray Kids? They had like 5 comebacks. I don't even know. I lost track. Before I start, I'd like to mention that Levanta reminds me so much of Elevator. It makes me want to cry because of how hard the nostalgia hits me every time I watch it. Moving on, to me, the more comebacks, the less it seems special or a surprise. That's not a bad thing, it just seems normal now. Oh. Stray Kids is having a comeback? And that's all. I'm not discrediting them, it's just that they've had so many that it feels like a normal occurrence. As much as it's great for all of their new music, it has to be hard on the boys. They need a break. Especially with losing a member, which I still feel sad about. We love you, Woojin. I wonder how the heck they've managed. They probably have no time to themselves whatsoever. They're still pretty young. But I'm sure they love what they're doing. Stray Kids are artists, so I'm assuming that they love making and releasing music. Seungmin is taking a hiatus because of his health. I hope that the rest of them aren't suffering. I hope Stray Kids take it easy and stay healthy. SM has so much going on with NCT. It's great, but to me, I don't think each unit is getting adequate attention. I'm no expert on these things, so I'm sorry if this stuff is inaccurate. NCT 127 hasn't had a comeback since May, and NCTU hasn't had a comeback since Boss. They did have Coming Home, but I wouldn't consider that a comeback. Since members are in so many groups, it's understandably hard as to why they haven't had the time for a comeback. I'm still waiting for an updated yearbook, SM. I can't comprehend how Ten, Lucas, Mark, and Taeyong are going through, to name a few out of many. Taeyong and Mark had to keep up with 127, U, and SuperM. Ten and Lucas are similar with Wavy, U, and SuperM. It must be tolling. Not to mention Sen's hoping that NCT Dream will be a fixed unit. Where will the 2000 line go? What will Chenil and Jisung do by themselves? I can't believe that SM is thinking about debuting another unit called NCTQ. Some people speculate it to be NCT Dream's fixed unit, but who knows? Overall, there's just so much going on in NCT. I hope everyone is staying healthy and being paid attention to. It's so easy with that amount of members to become just a face in that group. To end this topic abruptly, I miss my precious bias Jungwoo.
WTD.
Before I get to the main subject, let me tell you my favorite comeback of 2019. Runaway by TXT, to me, was the best. Oh my gosh. It's so good. I have no other words to express my love for it. The concept, visuals, vocals, choreography, and absolutely everything. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned TXT and their success. A person got mad because I was mentioning how some people thought that they haven't been in the industry enough to go to America. That person was 100% right on their whole essay they wrote to me. They basically said that K-pop is an industry, and if they have a chance to come to America, they will. There's not requirement on what they have achieved to come to America. They also said, you don't know them, you probably don't work half as hard as them, so who are you to judge whether they've worked hard enough to do something that is totally within their right. Although their comment was kind of harsh, trust me, read the whole thing, I do agree. I wasn't thinking about how hard they trained to become what they are now. I guess I was just worried that I was being biased since I like BTS. I love TXT to the moon and back and hope that they continue to rise in their work. Although I'm late, I started YG Treasure Box. I wanted something to help me get over X1. I heard that the group was going to re-debut, even if they haven't debuted or something confusing like that, so I decided to give it a try. As I've mentioned before, this series has really helped me see what those trainees go through. I feel terrible just watching it. The trainees, as many people know, have monthly evaluations. They are evaluated and given criticism in front of all of their peers. Not to mention them publicly displaying their placements. Everything about it is so competitive. The whole situation makes me feel so bad for them. By adding all these missions and crap, YG thinks it's entertaining. But to me, it just makes me feel sad. YG kept taunting them with, you made the group. Then he'd snatch it away and say, but there's another challenge. I know it is how the training works, and how this was the trainee's decision, but no human deserves to be put through all of this. Putting myself in their shoes, I rolled cracked within the first day. I can't comprehend how their mental as well as their physical state is. The process in seeing how hard they work really touched me. They go through all of this grueling work to accomplish their dreams. That's how bad all of those trainees want it. SuperM debuted last year. I was pretty excited when I first heard about it. I was a little bit disappointed in the lineup. It's not the members that were in it, rather than the members who were not. Like Johnny, for example. When they said that SuperM would promote in America, the logical decision would be to put NCT's only American member in the group. Johnny didn't train for a billion years just to get little lines. I'm not upset that Mark is in it, it's just that I wish Johnny could have been in SuperM. He'd fit the concept so well. I also wonder why they added Baekhyun, because he's coming to the age of enlisting. Once again, it has nothing to do with him himself. It has to do with how long he'll be able to promote with them. I still find it weird that Baekhyun's older than Taemin, and that Mark is the Maknae. I laugh thinking about it. It just feels so different from what roles they played in their own groups. To think that Taemin debuted in 2008 with Shinee and Baekhyun with EXO in 2012, yet Baekhyun is older, just feels weird. After Jopping and all of their promotions, I feel like I haven't really heard of them since within SuperM. I think that SuperM won't be as effective as people thought, because they need to find a time where all the members can participate. They're all doing their own thing with their group, so it'd be difficult to find a time between all of their schedules. I guess it's only been a few months. Some of the members already have their hands full. This concludes part 6 of my unpopular opinion videos. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to politely state your opinion in the comments. Part 6 was mainly focused on specific groups, rather than the weird random ones I had before. Once again, thanks for watching, and have a good day.